what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready to take the time trial on Gran Turismo Sport. Now going to Autodromo National Monza for the Lamborghini Aventador LP750 Hyperion-4 will be going faster it takes. Now everything is good to go to be ready to have the Team Amazon themed library variant from Total Drama World Tour. But good thing I just definitely might be giving a good test from the custom race to try it out. But this will be having the tires will be changing in onto sports soft tires will be quite giving a good recommend for the balance and performance regulation. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy anytime you want but entertainment. Now let's get ready to start the time trial and let's begin. Now it's going to be quite taking a most super fastest lap. We'll be taking on the higher difficulty, so just going to have to go over to the car settings because got everything to be prepared, but this will might have the power ratio to be increased to be on the maximum effect to be on 124. Weight reduction ratio is going to be quite very perfect to be at 85%. Now few changes from the suspension, drivetrain, and the transmission is going to be quite perfectly to be setting up to be prepared. But everything is going to be quite good to have that max speed to be reached up onto the maximum limit. So this is going to be a very super challenging time trial for having a good fast lap, folks. So let's see how it turns out. It's going to be a very tough fastest lap, so we had to brake early as possible. But it's going to be quite taking the few straights wheel might increase the acceleration. So this wheel might be taking nice and slow. Just going to have to take the inside whenever you're going to have to take the chance. By experts, when using the manual transmission, could probably change up the number of gears would be go quickly as possible. But it's going to be quite taking some few talented players could probably getting in to make the most perfect fastest lap. Now going in to take the time, and this wheel might be pulled the brakes to be on the early mark. We'll be getting in onto the chicane, but it's going to be quite very tough, so just going to need to take it nice and slow. But some of the reasons it's going to be quite very tougher to have the double cones to be placed on for. Just going to have to take a single cone for only hypercars could be given a good example. Alright, going in onto the second part. This is going to be quite giving the same thing, but this wheel might go for a different direction. There you go. Now this is going to be quite taking the better early braking points to be going in besides the recommend parts. But it definitely might be given the smooth turns will might be go to effect. It might help us, so we will always going to have to get a good perfect time lap will might be well to achieve. Reaching up onto the 6th gear, just gonna have to pull the brakes again. Now this is going to be quite taking a few techniques to be going in onto the early effect to be giving much perfection to be needed. Here comes the final turn. Just gonna have to pull the brakes since the start of the segment, and this is going to be taking the inside. Going in to take the first lap at the end, and now going into the second lap. Now this is going to be a gap distance check, but this wheel might be pulling the brakes that this wheel might be keep it well ranged up to be on the check line. Now this wheel might be taking a good technique to take the first chicane. Taking a good inside turn onto the second corner. Now approaching in onto the third part. Same thing as always, but this wheel might be taking the apex to be going in to take a much better clipping point. Now this is going to be quite good to have that current record by the start for a minute and 52.892 seconds. Now it's going to be quite very tough to go faster, but taking a lot of handling is important. Wheel might be needs to take a good clean turn. It takes plenty of techniques that this wheel might have a good specific performance. It's going to be quite giving a much better ways to go. That should probably take plenty more sliding turns. It's going to be getting a little bit less heavier it gets. Now this is going to be quite giving the view range of a braking point that this wheel might go by the landmark. There you go. That definitely might be giving a better turn. Alright, looks like this is going to be quite good to take one more lap to go. Going into the third lap, and this is going to be quite giving some few runs. It's going to be quite taking the early braking points to be quite getting in. Now this is going to be quite very good to take the best time for a minute and 51.123 seconds, so it wasn't so bad after all, but it takes plenty of handling to be on the corners. It's going to be giving some spare time to be on the straights, but whenever it depends on whenever you're comfortable with. But this wheel might be taking some small earnings to have a race well done to take a good test. Now, this is going to be quite very good perfection to have a good max speed for 204 miles per hour. Now, it's going to be quite giving the best efforts that this wheel might be giving the best time. But it's going to be quite giving the techniques. It is going to be having two things. Drive passive and drive faster. By having a fastest time trial for the hypercar, it's going to be quite taking the good balance. So we just definitely might be having a good ways to stay maintained. But it's important, so we just definitely might be trying to keep it nice and steady. But it takes plenty of good perfection. We're always going to have some good settings to be well prepared. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, available notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. Library blog videos are available to watch anytime you want. This will be the entertainment showcase about different cars with libraries I have been made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing on the time trial on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.